This is the CVLife Wolfcovert X, a compact micro reflex with fiber optic backup sights and a selectable reticle. And we're going to shine a light on all the features of this budget red dot on this episode. I won't do a boring unboxing video. Instead, let's just take a look at the contents of the box. This is the Wolfcovert X MO1 micro reflex sight, and it is a fairly small reflex sight as far as micro reflex sights go. A little less than 2 inches long, about an inch wide, and only about an inch tall. So if you're running a compact pistol, this is a good option. It has a RMSC footprint, but it does come with an MOS adapter plate as well as a Picatinny plate. So you do have some other options that come with it already. And it comes with I believe 4 or 5 different sets of screws, so that they will have hopefully have it for your particular slide, but everybody's pistol is a little bit different. One interesting thing is it does have these rear fiber optic sights on here, and if you're lucky enough and your particular pistol and your slide is cut so that you could use these as your rear sights, so that is a nice little touch there. I also appreciate the fact that this has a side battery tray that it runs off of a 1632 coin battery. It comes with 2, by the way, in the box, but I appreciate that is user replaceable by just unscrewing that and pulling out the tray so that you don't have to take off the whole unit and re-zero this thing. And in terms of zeroing, there's 2 screws, one on the top for elevation and one on the side for windage. It comes with a flathead Allen key tool to adjust your zero, your dot position, and it's 1 MOA per click. And what makes this interesting, aside from the fact that it is relatively small and compact for compact pistols, it has a changeable reticle, which is unusual for something this size. You can change the reticle by simply pressing the up button for 3 or 4 seconds, and it changes from a 3 MOA dot to a 32 MOA circle, and also a circle dot. You can't really see that clearly, unfortunately, because of the distance of this table. It's just not super sharp, but we'll take this outdoors and take a look at the reticle on a target. This has motion activation, and you can manually turn this off by pressing down on the down button for about 3 seconds, and it will manually turn off. You just tap on the up button, and it will turn on, and now it will turn on and turn off when it's not sensing motion, and will automatically wake itself up when it does sense motion. So overall, it's a really nice, compact, small micro reflex sight from CVLife, which is really coming out with some nice optics, especially red dots most recently. So we'll get this mounted up and we'll test it out next. Before we get started with the test, I'd just like to take a quick break here to talk about this episode's sponsor, Aura. For the cost of just a VPN, I'm getting a whole suite of security services, including $1 million in identity theft insurance, and they're even removing me from those damn data broker listings. Use my link, aura.com/moondog, and you can try them for 14 days, free. And if you use that link, you're helping to support this channel. You know, identity fraud is a real thing, and with AI, it's all too easy to spoof your identity. That's why you should try out Aura. Alright, let's get back to the tests. Let's take a look at the selectable reticle. This is the 2 MOA dot, and by pressing the up button for 3 seconds, it switches to a 32 MOA sunburst circle, and 3 more seconds and it switches to the circle and dot combo. I use the circle for visual cues for holdovers. I mounted the red dot on my pistol to check function. I shot about 100 rounds through it, no failures, no flickers, no malfunctions, and it held 0. I wish there was the option for a 60 or even a 40 MOA circle, as I found the 32 MOA reticle a bit tight for bullseye targets at 20 yards. Before we get into my final thoughts on the Wolfcovert, I'd just like to remind you to hit that like button. Hey, you're still watching the video at this point, which probably means you liked it. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That's absolutely free. They never charge you to become a subscriber to my channel, but it makes a big difference. And if you like my content, check out my travel and eats channel, Moondog Go, and check out my gadget channel, Moondog Reviews. Alright, I'd like to thank CVLife for sending out the Wolfcovert for me to test. This is a tiny little compact micro reflex sight, which has all the features and a few more of a regular micro reflex sight. For starters, it has these high-vis fiber optic rear sights, which if you have the appropriate height front sights, you could run your pistol without your rear sights and just use these high-vis sights. And I like the fact that this has a selectable, choosable reticle. It gives you 3 different options for a reticle, which is really helpful, at least I find, depending on my target, depending on my distance to my target, the size of my target, the course of fire in a given match. Having those visual cues, especially a circle for holdovers, is very useful. Now, the only thing I would have to say is I wish the 32 MOA circle was a little bit bigger. In fact, I thought it was a little bit smaller than 32 MOA. Maybe a 40 or even a 60 MOA circle would have been ideal for me, but maybe that's just me. You ask 10 different people their opinion on a reticle and you're going to get 20 different opinions, right? Now, the only real nitpick I'd have about this particular optic is that I found the paint job on the logo and the rear lettering to be a little bit sloppy, and you may think, who cares about the paint job? But I always wonder, if a company doesn't spend time QCing their logo, what else are they not spending time QCing? But, you know, given the fact that this has a street price under $180, well, maybe if they have to cut corners somewhere, a paint job is, I can live with that. But let me know in the comments what you think. And if you are interested in picking one up, I've included product links as well as more information in my full written review at moondogindustries.com, and you'll find a link to that article in this video's description. Use the links in that article and any coupon codes, and you help support this channel. And you can always help support my efforts by hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell buttons. So I appreciate you taking the time to press those buttons, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. God bless. Moondog out. Hey, I'd like to know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment or chat with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, MeWe, Instagram, or Locals. And if you want to see all of my videos, go to moondogindustries.com.